BS Zoology, first semester, final term. Topic: Types of Ecosystem, delivered by Shabana Wali. There are two types of ecosystem. Number one, aquatic or hydrospheric ecosystem. It is system in which living components exchange material and transfer energy within water. Aquatic ecosystem environment is classified into freshwater and marine water. A category, saltwater, ocean, and sea are the largest ecosystem on the earth. They constitute about 71% of the surface of earth. Its example is marine ecosystem. B. Freshwater ecosystem covers less than 1%. Its example is freshwater lake and ponds. Second type of ecosystem, terrestrial or lithospheric ecosystem. The ecosystems present on land or soil are called terrestrial or lithospheric ecosystem. It includes different types of forest, grasslands, and deserts. Freshwater ecosystem, lakes and ponds. Freshwater lakes have variety of size, depth, and nutrients contents. They have distinct life zones and temperature stratification. The distribution of life in lakes depends on light, nutrients, and place for attachment. Thus, different life zones are formed in the lake and ponds on the basis on access to light and nutrients. The lake ecosystem can be divided into three main zones. Number one, littoral, near shore. The area near shore is called littoral zone. In this zone, the water is shallow, thus the plants find abundant light and adequate nutrients from the bottom sediments. Number A, plants in littoral zones. The littoral zone communities have most diverse plants. Some of these plants are water lilies, submerged vascular plants, and algae. These plants flourish at the deepest of the littoral zone. B. Planktons. The microscopic floating organisms are called planktons. Planktons are present among the anchored plants. These can be divided into two groups. Number one, phytoplankton. The photosynthetic planktons are called phytoplanktons. These are photosynthetic protista, bacteria, and algae. B category, zooplankton. The non-photosynthetic planktons are called zooplanktons. These are protozoa and crustaceans. C. Animals in littoral zone. The greatest diversity of animals is present in this zone. Littoral invertebrate animals include small crustaceans, insect larvae, snail, flatworms, hydra. Vertebrates include frog, aquatic snakes, and turtles. Limnatic zone. The open water area where enough light can penetrate is called limnatic zone. In this zone, enough light penetrates to support photosynthesis. Producers are phytoplankton and cyanobacteria, that is known as blue-green algae. B. Consumers. The producers are eaten by protozoa and small crustaceans. Finally, the fishes consume these protozoa and crustaceans. Number third, profundal zone. The bottom area of lake where light cannot penetrate is called profundal zone. Her light is insufficient to support photosynthesis. This area is mainly nourished by detritus. This detritus falls from the littoral and limnatic zone by incoming sediments. Decomposers and detritus feeders such as snails and certain insect larvae, bacteria, fungi, and fishes live in this zone. Streams and rivers ecosystem. The freshwater bodies in which water moves continuously in one direction are called streams and rivers. The headwater of stream is cold and clear. It carries little sediments and a few mineral nutrients. The channel is narrow there. A fast current of water passes over a rocky substrate. Numerous tributaries join to form a river farther downstream. Water is more turbid there. It carries more sediment and nutrients. The channel of the mouth of a river is wide. Its substrate is silting. Number one, flow of water. Many factors influence the flow, the nutrients and oxygen content, and the turbidity of streams and the river. Riffle. The shallow water move rapidly over a rough bottom. Surface riffles shows the turbulent flow of water. Deep water flows slowly over a smooth bottom. Pools. Pools of water are common. Deep water moves rapidly over a flat bottom. Number second, physical properties. Fallen leaves from dense overchanging vegetation add large amounts of organic matter. The erosion of rocks increases the concentration of inorganic nutrients in the flowing water. The turbulent flow of any streams constantly oxygenates the water, but mercury warm waters of large rivers contain little oxygen. The temperature of the water varies with altitude and latitude. The amount of water flowing in a stream or river varies seasonally. It increases with rainfall and snow melt. Number third, autotrophs in river and streams. The small organisms are washed away by the flow of water. Therefore, many fast flowing streams and rivers do not support stationary plankton communities. Photosynthesis takes place by attached algae and rooted plants. It supports the food chains, but dense vegetation on the banks of a narrow stream blocks the sunlight. Therefore, organic material carried into the stream by runoff. It provides the most important input food for consumers. The high concentration of silt near the mouths of large rivers increases the turbidity. It can also block the passage of light. It makes the photosynthesis difficult. Animal population. There are dramatic variation in the physical environment of the streams and rivers. Therefore, the composition of animal communities varies significantly from the headwaters of a stream to the mouth of the river. Some fishes like trout are present in cool temperature, high oxygen and clear water. Catfish and carp are abundant in the warmer and murkier waters further downstream. Benthic communities also change. Many insect species are restricted to the relatively short stretches. Some large rivers are also inhabited by a variety of turtles, snakes, crocodiles, and porpoises are also present in the rivers of the tropical regions. Marine ecosystem. Marine ecosystems are found in the ocean. Marine environments are characterized by an average salt concentration of 3%. Oceans covers nearly 3/4 of the surface of the earth. There is following importance of the marine ecosystem. Most of the rainfall on the earth takes place by evaporation of seawater. Number second, the ocean temperature have a major effect on world climate and wind patterns. Marine algae supply a large portion of the world's oxygen. These algae consume huge amounts of atmospheric carbon dioxide. The marine communities are distributed according to the depth and their distance from shore. Number one, photic zone. The open water of ocean where light can penetrate is called the photic zone. Phytoplankton, zooplankton, and many fish species occur in this zone. Aphotic zone. The zone below the photic zone where light cannot penetrate is called aphotic zone. The ocean is much deep. Therefore, most of the ocean is without light. Only a small amount of light is produced by a few luminescent fishes and invertebrates. Intertidal zone. The shallow zone where land meets water is called the intertidal zone. It has large number of brown and red algae. Neritic zone. The shallow regions over the continental shelves beyond the intertidal zone is called neritic zone. Oceanic zone. The zone below the continental shelf reaching very great depth is called oceanic zone. Pelagic zone. The open water of any depth is called pelagic zone. Benthic zone. The open water at the sea floor is called benthic zone. Human impacts on oceans. Humans harvest the ocean heavily. They dump waste in it. It highly pollutes the ocean. Its effects are being studied. The amount of sea food is decreasing. The whales, dolphins, and other marine mammals are in danger of extinction. Many coastal areas are polluted. Terrestrial ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystem can be divided in main these types. Number one, temperate deciduous forest. Number two, coniferous, alpine and boreal forest. Number three, tropical rainforest. Number four, grassland ecosystem. Number five, desert ecosystem. And number six, tundra ecosystem. Temperate deciduous forest. Location, temperature. Temperate moist conditions are present in Neelam Valley and Shogren in Pakistan. These forests originally covered India, Southeast Asia, Eastern North America, Europe, China, Australia, Japan, North and South America. Adaptation for conservation of water. The rainfall is not constant, slightly farther away from the equator, so there are distinct wet and dry season in this area, so they have distinct summer and winter season. The trees cannot get enough water from the soil during dry season. Therefore, they cannot compensate the loss of water by evaporation from their leaves. Thus, these plants show certain adaptation for the dry season. They shed their leaves during dry season. The average rainfall is between 750 to 1500 mm. Moderate temperature ranges from 4 degrees centigrade to 30 degrees centigrade. Some dominant plants are Taxus baccata pinus. Many herbs and shrubs are also present. Some grasses, ferns, and other herbaceous plants make a field layer. At the bottom or floor level, many mosses, liverworts, and lichens covered with litter layer are present. Some very common animals are kaka, letto, solenodon, black bear, leopard, cat, deer, and wolves. Various types of microorganisms are also present. These microorganisms convert the litter into organic matter such as bacteria, fungi, and earthworms. The soil of temperate deciduous forest is grayish brown in color. It is very fertile and rich in organic matter. It has maximum water holding capacity. Coniferous, alpine and boreal forest. Therefore, forests are present in Upper Kaghan, Dar and Chilas, Japa in Swat Valley in Pakistan. They are present in Eurasia, Europe and Asia, and North America, Canada just south of the tundra. Conditions in taiga are harsher than the temperate deciduous forest. The winters are long and cold, so the growing season is shorter. The warm weather is a short period, thus the trees do not grow luxuriously and there is no regrowing of these trees. Therefore, evergreen coniferous trees grow in this forest. These plants have small waxy needles. The wax forms a coating on small surface area of the needles. Thus, it reduces the loss of water by evaporation during cold months. These leaves remain on the trees throughout the year. There are two main types of coniferous forest: alpine coniferous forest and boreal coniferous forest. Alpine forests are located at high altitude. Boreal coniferous forests, they are located at high latitude. There is a constant cover of snow in these forests. They have long, severe winter. Temperature may be below freezing point up to 10 degrees centigrade. Plants like pinus, abies, pica, these are present. These forests face harsh climate, so there is low diversity of life. Large mammals are bison, wolf, black bear, deer, Marco Polo sheep. The small animals, small Kashmir, flying squirrel, snowshoe hare, and crossbills. Grassland ecosystem. The ecosystem with grassy lands and with annual rainfall from 250 to 750 mm is called grassland ecosystem. Grassland ecosystem are found in Gilgit, Kashmir, Waziristan, Lower Chitral and North Kalat, large grasslands are present in the center of the Eurasian continents. There are two main types of grasslands. Prairies. The grassland without woody trees is called prairies. Grassland present in temperate climates are also called prairies. These grasslands do not have woody plants, so they are known as prairies. The grassland with scattered woody trees is called savanna. These are the grassland of tropic climates. They have woody trees, so these grasslands are called savanna. Annual rainfall is about 250 to 750 millimeters. Thus, grassland occurs in regions where mean annual rainfall is midway between forest and a desert. The grassland usually faces severe drought. They have a continuous cover of grass. Generally, trees are present only along the rivers. Water and fire are the important factors in the competition between grasses and trees. The dominant species are grasses and grasses-like plants. Layering is the characteristic feature of the grassland. Tall grass, mid-high grass, third layer is formed by short grass. There is low precipitation in grasslands, so the soil moisture is limited due to high evaporation. Upper soil layer is normally moist, but deep layers are constantly dry. The soil of grassland is basically impermeable. It has excessive salinity. Dominant species are herbivores. Invertebrates, including insects, are very numerous. Grasshoppers become so numerous that they can compete with other herbivores for plant foliage. The predators are reptiles, amphibians, mammals. For example, lizards, toads, and turtles. They prey on insects. The most common decomposers are many bacteria and fungi. In temperate grassland, the rate of primary production is about 700 to 15 gram per meter annually. In subhumid tropical grassland, it is more than 4,000. In annual grassland, the large grazing animals consume relatively small amount of the total herbage produced. Invertebrate rodents and birds may consume equal amount or a little more. Desert ecosystem. The ecosystem with less than 30 centimeter annual rainfall is called desert. The more common deserts are characterized by widely spaced vegetation and large area of bare grounds. The desert ecosystem present in western Punjab is known as Thal. In southern Punjab, areas like Fort Abbas in Sindh, this desert ecosystem is called Thar. These biomes are found in every continent. These are present often around 20 degree to 30 degree north and south latitude. Deserts are also found in the rain shadows of major mountain ranges. Desert includes a variety of environment. The extreme form of desert is Sahara and Chile. There is no raining in these deserts, so there is no vegetation at all in these deserts. Less than 25 to 50 centimeter or not at all. The plants are planted by hand, so the plants are often evenly spaced. The perennial plants are bushes or cacti. These plants have large shallow root systems. Plants are covered with a waterproof waxy coating. This coating prevents evaporation of precious water. Water is stored in thick stem of cacti and other succulent parts of the plant. There is variety of ways to conserve water in desert plants. Cacti and euphorbia have fleshy stems for storage of water. Water is stored during the period of drought. The animals are also specially adapted to survive on little water. The animals live in cool underground burrows. These burrows give them relief from the sun and heat. Therefore, most deserts are without animal life. During daytime, the desert cools down at night. Thus, the horned lizards, snakes, and other reptiles come out for feeding. Mammals such as kangaroo, rat, and birds such as burrowing owl also come out at night for feeding. Tundra ecosystem. The treeless region on the high altitude or latitude is called tundra. There are two main types, Arctic tundra and alpine tundra. The tundra present on the high latitude is called Arctic tundra. It is the last biome comes before reaching the polar ice caps. Arctic tundra is a vast treeless region bordering the Arctic Ocean. It is used to describe types of vegetation in tree-less high altitude. It is present between taiga and polar ice caps. Arctic tundra is present in northern North America, northern Europe, and Siberia. Alpine tundra. The tundra present at high altitude is called alpine tundra. It is present at high altitude across the mountain above timberline. It is present on the mountain of Karakoram and Hindu Kush in Pakistan. The ground is carpeted with small perennial flowers and drought willows. These are only a few centimeters tall. Often large lichens called reindeer moss is also present. The standing pools provide habitat to mosquito. The mosquitoes and other insects are food of numerous birds, ducks, and others. Most of these birds migrate to a long distance. They make their nest there. Finally, they produce their young during the brief summer period. The tundra vegetation support lemmings. These lemmings are eaten by wolves, snowy owls, Arctic foxes, and grizzly bears.